Guys, welcome back. Konnichiwa, akemashite, omedetou gozaimasu. Happy New Year. Herzlich willkommen. Frohes neues Jahr. So guys, SMCI, that was a long intro. Let's talk about trading, guys. The first week, trading week of 2025 is already over, and the good news is, guys, that we have here a lot of squeezes in the market. A lot of tickers are still squeezing here. We finished the year, let's call it like that, with a very big squeeze here. One of my member stocks here squeezed 640% and is now retracing, and we're waiting here for the post squeeze, guys. So we have here a lot of squeezes in the market, and of course we have to talk about SMCI. SMCI, guys, before I of course start here, everything what I say here is not financial advice. I give you here my opinion based on the chart, but yeah, guys, what we can say, SMCI is in a super strong uptrend. Everybody who bought in here in the high price ranges, of course, yeah, I don't want to say made a mistake, but of course we have to understand how trading works. And when you see something like this happening here, we had here also a massive squeeze breakout here in January 2024 for SMCI. Just this leg up here was a 307% squeeze. And when you see straight lines like that, guys, be very careful. Don't FOMO in, because the result is, especially when a stock is gapping up, that you have to retrace back, come down, and to confirm the breakout and support price levels. The good news is for SMCI that we have here a very, very strong support range. I talked about months ago already here about this squeeze for SMCI. I said, prepare, guys, we're coming very close to the squeeze price range. And you can see when I released my videos on SMCI that this ticker also started to squeeze now here 180%. And in my opinion, we are still squeezing. So I will give you, of course, all the price levels here in the video. When we just take a quick look at the chart without enabling now here the indicators and drawings, then we can see that this here was the accumulation zone. So we had here an accumulation zone, small gap up, accumulation. Then here we started to squeeze. You can see here the first squeeze attempt was here when in the daily chart here, SMCI started to gap up here, huge gap ups. This is not healthy. I don't like that, to be very honest, but we can see we had here a 285% squeeze and never came back since here back to the $10 range. Then this was the most important zone here. This box here, guys, sorry, I don't want to enable the drawings. I show you that, of course, later. This box here, guys, this box was the accumulation zone where SMCI accumulated before we had the breakout here, and then, as I said, this 300% squeeze. So when we enable now for a second here the indicators, then we know that we have a lot of orange lines here in the chart, and all these orange lines are open gaps to the downside. What usually happens that these open gaps get filled sooner or later. So I know nobody want to hear that, guys. We have open gaps at $1.27 or $1.26 here. Do I believe that those gaps get filled right now? No, guys, I don't believe that, but sooner or later, yes. For now, as long as we have the bullish structure on SMCI, SMCI is in a very, very positive uptrend, and I expect here a squeeze to happen to the upside. And the price goals, you can see that already here. Just when we talk about open gaps, the green fields here to the upside, we have at least a price target of $86. In my opinion, of course, all-time highs for SMCI are also possible, but it's not. I'm not here to hype you up or to create FOMO. We have to talk about the technicals, and let's see what happened here. And therefore, I want to show you my drawings. It's very easy to understand because we have here this accumulation pattern. So SMCI is trading in an accumulation pattern, which means overall we are in an uptrend here. You can see the price in 2022 was here $4. We're trading at $33, guys. We are, of course, in an uptrend, but we have to accumulate. And we can see that when we had the shakeout here, I mentioned that just before, this was the accumulation zone here for SMCI. We left this zone here by drama, guys. Yeah, the market makers tried to create that. Let's zoom here in for a second. They try to fake out people, shake you out of your positions, create stop losses here, gap down. You know, we had here gap downs, here again a gap down. So they really try to shake you out of your positions. This is the reason why you see here squeezes after that. Yeah, this is really, I call them shakeouts here. And I think this is why I always say no drama, no squeeze, because you have to do that. The market makers want the lowest possible price before they settle some fail to delivers or cover even some shorts. And that was the result that we had here, a squeeze in total for SMCI now here in the first attempt in the daily chart of 178%. And I also said that I expect the squeeze to happen here in this date range, and you can see that the peak of the squeeze was also here in this date range. However, guys, we didn't touch my price goal yet. What I want to see here for SMCI is a price here of $57 and $52, and that would just mean this is an absolute normal algo squeeze and not the breakout which we're waiting for, because the breakout would mean we have to break out of this trend channel pattern here, we have to break this top trend channel line, and then we start to squeeze, close the open gaps here to the upside here back to $86, and even maybe see new all-time highs for SMCI. I can show you, of course, where here the main resistance is waiting. Everything here, yeah, I would say until $96, maybe $100, but I would say $96, guys. Here is one very, very important price level for SMCI, which means the bearish market makers always will try to keep the price below $96, guys. Before we go now in here, the technicals. I just released tomorrow, guys, my brand new hot stock video. I just showed you that here in the beginning. We had a very nice squeeze of 640% here, one of my hot stocks. Also, I calculated the date range where I expect the squeeze here, and you can see at the last day, I just made one mistake because I didn't calculate the free day on Christmas, the bank holiday, so it was perfectly here in my calculated date range window, and we had a 640% squeeze. Also, my exit price level here got touched perfectly. That's why I say, guys, that is very predictable, and I release my hot stock video tomorrow where I show you the next short squeeze stocks for the next week. So if you also want to see those tickers, guys, you can of course join in here our trading community. You can see that my members here doing a lot of profits. Of course, everybody is has to trade by themselves, but I can just show you the way and can show you some very interesting tickers. If you want to join in, guys, chances right now, it's a new year, maybe you should try something new, maybe you should, start to trade. I can just recommend that. Learning trading makes you become an independent human being, and if you really are dedicated to this kind of complicated setup here in trading, I know it's not easy, but I will do my best to support you here with my knowledge. Therefore, you can of course join in here the full package membership on Patreon. You can see all the member benefits which you get when you join in, and when you click the info icon here in the corner, guys, you get access to the Patreon member link. We have every day new members joining in, guys, and we are growing very, very quick. So, guys, let's now talk about SMCI. Let's go back. There is just one very important, or let's say two very important price levels right now. The squeeze is not over yet. We are still squeezing. I mentioned that in my previous video. As long as SMCI is trading above $28.23, guys, this line here, as long as we're trading above this line, the squeeze is still active. Yes, we had a strong pullback. This is absolute normal. But as long as we're trading above this price level here, the squeeze is still active. The only resistance, bigger resistance, which we have right now here in the chart is waiting at $35. So we have one open gap at $35.55. So I think we had now here a very nice price action of plus 10% here on Friday. So it is very, very possible that we close this gap next week. But this line here, guys, this purple line acts as a very strong resistance. That doesn't mean that we cannot squeeze higher. That just does mean that we need a lot of volume here to break this before we finally reach my exit price target zone here, the yellow box between $57 and $52. Of course, depending on the day. When SMCI needs more time, I will adjust the chart a little bit here. I have to extend the trend channel pattern, but this is where I expect the price to go. And guys, don't forget that if we break out of this trend channel line here, I can draw you here one support line just to make it more visible. This is the resistance, guys. This white line, when we finally break out here out of this white trend line here, guys, this will be the beginning of a big short squeeze for SMCI. That does not mean that we have to squeeze the next day and see here a straight line. That just means that as soon as these algos are not in control anymore, the room to the upside is free, and that's why I say then I expect here something to go up at least to $86 to $96 for SMCI here in 2025. Guys, that was my quick and dirty update. I hope that was helpful for you. If you want to copy here the price levels of my chart, I will disable the indicators that you really can focus here. $28 is still the support. Everything below $28, guys, will become a little bit more bearish. Then we talk here about $21 and lower, but everything above $28 is the support. As I said, the exit price levels here is one resistance at $35, but then $44, and this yellow box here between $57 and $52 are the next price calls here for the SMCI squeeze, guys. Yeah, if you want to copy the price levels, I mentioned that before, guys, and if you want to learn trading, guys, get yourself TradingView. This program here is called TradingView. I use that for all my videos and for all my trades since many years, and that's the reason why I recommend that in every video. Of course, you can save here $15 by using my discount link on the premium tier. When you click here, the info icon in the corner, you can save here $15. But I say, guys, this is not the point. The point is that if you want to learn trading, if you want to become a successful trader, you need a good chart program. You have to invest in yourself to build up knowledge. You have to invest in a good chart program. That's why I can offer you here my memberships, and of course here the discount link for TradingView, guys. So, guys, that was the update on SMCI. Thank you so much for your time. I wish you a great weekend, and yeah, see you in the next video. And if you don't want to miss any updates, and if you like this content here, please hit the like and subscribe button right now. I would really appreciate that. Thank you so much, guys. See you in the next video. Arigato gozaimasu. Vielen Dank. Alles Gute. Wunderschönes Wochenende. Bis zum nächsten Video. Take care. Bye bye, guys.